Please, don't make me do this. Can I do this some other time? Are you sure you want me to do this? You want me to do what? Hi, I'm Jeanie Richards, and I just want to talk to you this morning and ask you if you've ever thought about these questions yourself whenever you feel the Lord talking to you. This happens to me all the time. And guess who really wins? That's right, God does. And when I was a young girl, I loved going to church. And my parents would take me sometimes, but if they couldn't take me, I would try to find somewhere to go, find somebody to go with, whatever the case may be. But one Sunday, we went to Sunday school, and after the Sunday school lesson was over and everything, they had people come up that wanted to be saved. And I had this teacher that came over, and she whispered to me, and she said, "Would you like to be saved?" Well, I'm 6 years old. And I thought, okay, everybody else is doing this, so I think I'll just do this too. So I was saved and baptized when I was 6. There was a time I just thought, man, there's got to be something else to this, but I just kept searching, and I did not know what I was searching for. So at the age of about 15, I got asked to go to a rally, a youth rally. So for you teenagers, that's like Unite, like y'all get together. And so that's what a youth rally was for us. Well, the speaker that night was Terry Bradshaw. Well, all I knew about him was he was a football player, a professional football player. And so he had an amazing testimony. God was just tapping me on the shoulder and telling me, he's like talking about salvation. Listen to what he's saying. So at the end of this youth rally, I was saved. And I really knew that was what I was doing. I wasn't doing what everybody else was doing. I went forward to be saved. God was pursuing me that whole time. He was just waiting for me and waiting for me and waiting for me. And he wanted me to know that he loved me and that he died for me. And he saved me from my sins. So now I understood what being saved was. And after being saved and baptized, I thought, good job. Now I've got it done. And no, God had another plan. And he said, I need for you to sing for me. And I was like, what? Sing for you? What? The first time I sang by myself, it was horrible. It was awful. And I said, see there? I cannot do this. And he said, I know you can't, but I can. And so I was just kind of confused, and I talked to my pastor at that time, and just because we're saved doesn't mean that God is done. I mean, he wants us to serve him, and that was what he wanted for me, and that was a new word for me, serve. I didn't realize I had to do anything. It's just something that the Lord instills in us after we're saved. If you feel like there's something in the church that needs to be done and you think it needs to be you, that's God's calling you to join and do that. Get into service for him. He's put me in so many situations. I was just so busy doing these things, I wasn't focusing on the Lord. I was just trying to focus on what he wanted me to do. But focusing on the Lord is the most important thing that you can do when you're sharing your talents. Every time I think I was done, God would say, no. And after I kind of got confused whenever, I would think I was done and I wasn't. Well, all I'd have to do is trust God and obey what he wants me to do. Now, that's not to say that the Lord and I haven't had any discussions, but guess who always wins? If he can love me through all of my ups and downs, the least I can do is love and trust him. And that's just one of the many stories that God has given me.